Hey folks, Aaron here. Welcome back to my anime review. Today we're looking at episode 11 of Kokkoku. Now, guys and girls, I do apologize. I wanted to have this out yesterday, but the thing was that I was just dealing with a lot of BS yesterday, and honestly, I just wanted to relax at that point because it was just a long day. So I do apologize, guys and girls. I didn't really mean to not have this out yesterday, but it's also my least viewed series in terms of what I'm currently reviewing the season, so it doesn't really per se bother me that much. But at the same token, I feel bad for the ones that do right away comment right after the episode and when I do the reviews, because you guys right away try to do it, and you guys do show that you really like the show too. But anyways, here's my review for it, so hopefully you guys understand and just bear with me for having this out. I'll also have Fate later out today too. But here's the thing, during the time, and I was cracking my knuckles by the way, sorry about that, but here's the thing I was noticing with a lot of people talking about episode 11 of Kokkoku, is that people are mixed about how they felt about it. And I understand after watching the episode why people are so mixed with this episode. Sagawa has been an interesting villain of sorts, because he's very human, and it's like the way they were showing him before, it's almost so different from what you get in your usual antagonist in a type of anime like this, where usually he's trying to do something amazing or trying to save the world in his own twisted way. But in this, instead, he's not trying to save the world. He just wants to see a new world. He wants to see a future that hasn't been around yet, and he wants to live in a world far escaped from the reality of what he's dealing with right now. And it's like, okay, I could see that. I could understand that, because there are a lot of people already that are kind of like, how could they escape this world in a way that would let them still live, but at the same time it'd be completely different. So it's like, it is a very realistic thing what he's doing. However, the story that they gave him, the backstory I think they gave him, was kind of iffy to me, because originally I was like, okay, that makes sense why he was kind of messed up with the cult and all that, but at the same time, this dude could have probably escaped at any time he really wanted to, and he chose not to, because he wanted to research the stasis world and decided to make a whole bunch of pawns to help him do that. And it's like, dude, you essentially put yourself into this by instead of just finding out how to do research yourself and maybe getting a few people involved, you decided to have a cult to fund your research probably and to fund things. It's like, you are a villain. Regardless, he's an asshole for doing this, and he's an asshole for killing the people just because he wanted to escape the world. So it's like, you are a bad person, Sagawa, but at the same token, you're a very different bad person that we've seen in anime before, and it's kind of interesting, but I can see why people are mixed with it. I also think that Yuri's kind of mentality this week was a little stupid. In terms of helping the father and well, after losing his fingers, which I'm not surprised, because he's an idiot sometimes, helping him escape made sense, and then helping the little kid escape also semi-made sense, because you don't want them involved anymore. But then to try to get the grandfather out too right away, it's like, listen, you're going to be able to probably get him out later. I get why you want to do it now, but at the same token, it's like, you do need him at the moment. He's got, out of everyone there, he's the second one with really true power. I mean, the other girl does have power too, technically, but her power is more so, I think, related to movement. Because, I mean, really, that's all we've seen so far from her. We haven't seen her do anything spectacular besides standing on a thing that should have fell, from the rooftop. So it's like, you need the grandfather out. And luckily, he was able to escape, him being thrown out from the stasis world. But when Yuri originally tried to, actually destroy Sagawa, which I kind of skipped over, but when she tried to destroy Sagawa, he escaped himself and became this weird floating brain / heart, and then at the very end becomes a baby because he's rebirthed. It's like, what the hell? That was so bizarre to me. I was like, I don't know how I feel about that. So Kokkoku has went from a very interesting theme to something that might be a little too outlandish now. The whole fact that guy was rebirthed and became a baby again, it doesn't sit well with me too much. So it definitely, to be honest with you guys and girls, it took a decent amount of points away from the show to me. Because it's like, you had such a good thing going, and then are you really going to mess it up by the end? I hope not. I'm just curious how they're going to do anything now, because it has to be next week's episode. It has to be at least the second to last episode or the last episode. It just, quite frankly, it wouldn't make sense to go on any further than this, because it's even titled, I think, "Let's All Go Home," or Yuri says that at the very end. If you go beyond the credits, that let's all go home. So I don't know, but What do you guys think about this week's episode? I would love to hear from you in the comments below. As always, guys and girls, if you like my reviews, think about hitting the subscribe button and sharing the video and checking out my Patreon for various awards, etc. I will talk to you guys later. Like I said, I will have Fate later out today. Probably like I'll probably schedule it for 12 o'clock. I don't, this is coming out in the morning because I really don't think too many people are going to watch it anyways, so it's like not really a big deal to me. But 12 o'clock for the other one because I do have a decent amount of people watching Fate. I want to have it so they can watch it at their time and pace and all that. Or maybe I'll have it actually. You know what? Schedule it for 3 o'clock. I'm not going to have it at I'm going to watch it a little bit and then I'll schedule it for 3. So expect around 3. Sorry about that. I'll talk to you guys later. God bless you all if I don't see my next review. I don't know if I just said later or letter at the same time, which is very strange. But see you guys later. Bye-bye, everyone.